Howdy, everyone. I'm Prince Wilson, and just like this amazing corgi, you are all amazing too, and I just wanted to share that with you. And you might not be able to see, I'm also like amazingly decked out with corgi stuff, and this is my favorite animal, and you are my favorite people, so welcome. That's how we start this off, loving and kindly. I'm Prince Wilson, as I already mentioned. I'm a developer evangelist over at Clarifai. I'm a corgi fanatic. If I haven't already expressed that enough to you, I'm also wearing some more corgi socks. I go by he and they, and if you want to see me on social media, I go by @Maxcell, and you're going to see these on every single slide, so don't worry about it. You won't forget it. So today we're going to talk about overcoming unconscious bias. And a lot of you might be sitting in this room and thinking, well, I'm not biased. And you know, I'm here to educate you today and say, yes, you are. I am too. We are all biased, and it's not all right that we are biased, but we can do simple actions to make everything better for everyone else that we talk with. So here's a little bit of a statistics for you. Every moment, like just right now, you're taking in 11 million bits of information. For some of you, those are those zeros and ones that they talk about in computer science classes or in electrical engineering classes. But consciously, you only take 40 bits of information. So that means, I don't know why it didn't click. There you go. You only take in 99.9996 unconsciously. So here you have this amazing amount of data, and you're not even able to process it. What are you going to do about that? Where does it come up? For many of you, you probably face the same problem that I do, is when I say, oh, I study computer science, someone asks, oh, can you fix my computer? It has this virus. I need to install the new operating system. Like, I'm still on Windows Vista. Like, help me out, please. Or some of you might also be facing in other sides of this room, you know, I'm not technical, but I'm here to tell you, you're technical because you can use a fork. Everyone has a unique ability that they have, and whether or not that is using technology, it doesn't make you a technical person. You all have experience, and you need to make sure to express that with people. So going forward, here's some other examples where this comes up, especially in hackathons. Color blindness. So 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women in the world face some sort of color vision deficiency. So that means someone in this room is likely to face some color blindness, whether it's red-green, which is the most popular for men, especially in our age, and other kinds of color blindness, such as like blue-green or blue-yellow. Dietary restrictions. Last year at Hackcon, we actually were done, it was hosted during Ramadan, so for many of you, you might not understand that, but you will have to perform fasting during the day. Hackcon actually acknowledged that, and that's like a huge thing to think about in regards to your events. What is going on during those times and holidays, and you need to make sure to be accessible in those sorts of ways. And accessibility, kind of tagging along with that, you need to make sure that you have your venues selected in regards to, like, can people come into the event? Are there places for them to sleep? Because not everyone can just take in, like, Darude Sandstorm all at once as you have music blasting on. That's a fun story that happened at Night Hacks by accident. Everyone is just, we have this community playlist, and everyone just heard Darude Sandstorm for the next 10 minutes. It was a fun time. And you don't know where it begins or ends. You just da-da-da-da-dun. Okay, so now you're at this point, you're like, all right, I understand that I'm biased. Where do we go from there? How do I get better? And so I think there's 3 main actions that we do that makes us better. We need to be thoughtful. Who does this impact and how? Why do we do this? We have these events not for people like ourselves, but for other people that we want to get into our field or even understand what we do. We don't want someone to be like, hey, you're a mobile developer, you want to build this app for me and just have equity? That's not how this works. We need to be improving. Now that we know there's actions to take, how do we actually put those actions into place, and how do we go forward from there? And of course, you need to be measuring. How do you know this actually works? You have to ask. As it was already mentioned, MLH gives feedback surveys, and so this is an opportunity for you to also give out feedback surveys. So 3 things: be thoughtful, be improving, and be measuring. And if you're like, Prince, I don't understand how to go forward from here, here's some other amazing resources that I have, and of course I'm going to share these slides out with you. Just like that, you're all amazing, just like corgis. Thank you.